Hi everyone, it's Katrina. Number 9. The Mothership. According to an official with the Pentagon, there just might be an alien mothership watching planet Earth. Sean M. Kirkpatrick is the director of the Pentagon's All-Domain Anomaly Resolution Office. He recently teamed up with Harvard astronomer Avi Loeb. Together, they released a draft paper saying that it's possible an extraterrestrial mothership could be lurking in our universal neighborhood. They also said the mothership is likely exploring the Milky Way using what they call dandelion seeds. The dandelion seeds could be many small spacecraft that gather information and send it back to the mothership. The dandelion seeds could explain why humans keep seeing strange lights in the sky and unexplainable flying saucers. UFOs might not have aliens in them, but could be autonomous vehicles collecting information about the human race. The draft paper is not an official Pentagon document. However, it was suspiciously carried out in partnership with the Department of Defense. It's also exciting because Avi Loeb has been involved in a few other bizarre discoveries that you're going to learn about coming up. He's most famous for his research into the interstellar visitor known as Oumuamua. He's also recently discovered what he believes to be alien technology at the bottom of the sea. The draft paper explains that aliens might not even be in the mothership. Sean and Avi said the mothership may have been sent by an alien civilization thousands or millions of years ago. The civilization could be completely extinct by now. They may have sent it as an autonomous vehicle to find new worlds, which could explain why they haven't made contact yet. The mothership hasn't been spotted by any telescopes, but the researchers insist it could be there. What do you think? Number 8. Oumuamua. Oumuamua entered our solar system in 2017. As far as scientists were aware, no other object from beyond the reach of the sun has ever come to visit us. The strange object was moving at an alarming pace, so there is no way it could have been trapped in the sun's orbit. It was also unusual in that it looked like an asteroid but behaved like a comet. There was an initial alarm that the interstellar object was an alien probe. The cigar-shaped object was first spotted by a telescope in Hawaii as it made its way past the sun. NASA then zoomed in on the object as it left the solar system, moving faster than it had entered. This thing somehow picked up speed as it scurried out of the area. How in the world would a giant chunk of rock and ice pick up speed? That shouldn't really be possible. To explain, scientists have come up with a list of theories. The most popular is that the object was releasing trapped hydrogen, which was heated by the sun. As it expelled the hydrogen, it increased its speed. Scientists say it was a perfectly natural event. Avi Loeb disagrees. The Harvard astronomer said scientists miscalculated the surface temperature of Oumuamua, so hydrogen couldn't have been the cause for its sudden propulsion. He is standing by his original assertion that the object was most likely of an alien design. He's used models and very real science to discredit what other scientists are saying. He hasn't come out and said definitively that he's proved Oumuamua was a spaceship, but he does suggest it's a big possibility. He also published a book about his theories called Extraterrestrial in 2021. Some say Avi can't just change his mind because that wouldn't be good for book sales. Is the astronomer trying to sell books or trying to uncover the secrets of alien life? And now for number 7. But first, it's shoutout time. I want to give a big thank you to Kyle Nell and Nolia Rico for supporting this channel. Thank you so much. We wouldn't be here without you. Be sure to subscribe if you haven't already for more videos like this. Number 7. The Ort Planet. The legend of Planet X was the work of astronomer Percival Lowell in 1906. He came up with the idea of a giant planet orbiting the sun past Neptune. The astronomer was convinced that Planet X was responsible for some irregularities that are still largely unexplained at the very edge of the solar system. The way in which celestial objects move near Neptune suggests there is something really big in the area affecting gravity. Nobody's ever spotted the mysterious culprit, but Lowell thought it was Planet X. His research would later lead to the discovery of Pluto in 1930. These days, Planet X is something talked about by fringe scientists and conspiracy theorists. Most astronomers have stopped looking for it. But they haven't stopped looking for other potential hidden planets. An international team of researchers recently found that there could be a mystery planet inside the Oort cloud. The Oort cloud is a giant collection of small icy objects at the edge of the solar system. Predictions show the cloud likely contains around 1 trillion objects. It's like a giant ring or maybe a haze. However you want to look at it, the Oort cloud surrounds the solar system in a cloud of rocky debris. Scientists think that most comets come from the Oort cloud. When they fall out of the cloud, they begin their orbit around the sun. Sometimes it takes comets 740,000 years to do a full lap after moving out of the Oort cloud. It's within the cloud that researchers think there could be a rogue planet. If not a planet, then a celestial object the size of a planet. Their best guess is that the mystery planet came from another solar system and got stuck in the Oort cloud. However, it's likely not home to any aliens. Number 6. Two-Eye Borisov. Oumuamua made headlines for being the first interstellar object spotted by Earthlings. Since then, there have been a few more. In the last 6 years, other interstellar objects have come up on the radar. One of them was Two-Eye Borisov. Unlike Oumuamua, this interstellar visitor didn't have speed anomalies. It had features consistent with ordinary comets. It was first identified by an amateur astronomer named Gennady Borisov. Then, professional scientists confirmed it as being from beyond the solar system. The best observations were made at the European Southern Observatory's Very Large Telescope. Astronomers measured the polarization of light from the comet's dust trail. Using the technique, scientists found that the polarization of the comet was way higher than comets in the Milky Way. The interstellar object's polarized light was uniform, which means the comet was in fantastic condition when first spotted. Scientists said the comet was completely undisturbed since it first formed, however many billions of years ago. It never passed close to a star to be affected by intense heat. At least, not until it flew past our sun in 2019 and left our solar system sullied. What all this information means is that Two-Eye Borisov formed in an environment that looked very similar to our early solar system 4.5 billion years ago. It definitely wasn't an alien vessel. It was a virgin comet born in a newly forming solar system that traveled through space unmarred until it got near the sun. Number 5. New asteroids. In September 2023, 5 asteroids skimmed past planet Earth. According to NASA, the asteroids ranged in size from as big as a plane to the size of a bus. One of them came within roughly 500,000 miles of the planet. It was kind of a close call, but also not really. 500,000 miles is still pretty far. They flew right outside Earth's orbit from Friday, September 8th, until the end of Saturday. Earth was never in any danger of being annihilated by a rogue asteroid. But it's a great example of how frequently space objects come speeding near our home. NASA typically flags any object within 120 miles of Earth, but only anything that gets within 4.65 million miles is considered potentially hazardous. At any given time, NASA is tracking roughly 28,000 asteroids. They use a system called Asteroid Terrestrial Impact Last Alert System, aka ATLAS. Most people don't realize it, but NASA has a sophisticated computer system that follows objects near Earth like military radar looking for enemy vessels. The other thing that's really cool is that NASA has already estimated the trajectories of all near-Earth objects for the next century. As far as scientists are concerned, the planet is safe for at least the next 100 years. If something does strike the planet, it's not going to be a random asteroid. Number 4. The Tunguska Explosion. 115 years ago, Siberia was decimated by an asteroid impact. On June 30th, 1908, the largest asteroid impact in recorded history took place in Russia. It's known as the Tunguska Explosion, a perfect example of the devastating power of space debris. Luckily for humans, it happened in a mostly unpopulated woodland. The blast made by the asteroid was one of the biggest explosions in human history, yet it had nothing to do with humans. The blast was so intense that within 830 square miles, Everything was destroyed. Reindeer were incinerated. 80 million trees were flattened. Those who lived near the edge of the blast zone reported witnessing a great fireball and an intense light as bright as the light from the sun. There was a sound they compared to artillery fire. Then came the shock wave. Hundreds of miles away, people were blown off their feet. Windows shattered and grown men were knocked backwards as if they'd been struck by an invisible truck. It really was a miracle that this didn't happen over a populated city. The asteroid couldn't have picked a more isolated place to explode. But there's no crater. Why isn't there a crater? Scientists don't think the asteroid hit the ground. They think it was an air burst, an atmospheric explosion caused by the asteroid shattering before it hit the planet. It was likely about the size of a 25-story building, moving at roughly 33,500 miles an hour. It detonated around 6 miles above the Earth's surface. The Tunguska event is the largest impact event on Earth in recorded history, and hopefully it won't happen again anytime soon. Number 3. The IM-1 meteorite. Avi Loeb is at it again, this time interpreting debris from outer space as alien technology. In 2014, a meteorite dubbed IM-1 exploded over the Pacific Ocean. It wasn't an unusual event. These things happen all the time. In this case, 700 fragments rained down off the coast of Papua New Guinea. According to Avi Loeb, he and his team have now found 57 of the meteorite's fragments. He says this is the first time scientists have analyzed materials from this type of interstellar object. Just like Oumuamua, IM-1 is believed to have come from beyond our solar system. The claims are extraordinary and have not yet been peer-reviewed. If corroborated, though, Avi's discovery could change what humans know about life in the universe. Avi retrieved the fragments using a deep-sea magnetic rake. Each fragment is a spherical chunk of mystery material. The team discovered 3 rare elements: beryllium, lanthanum, and uranium. This means the meteorite must have come from very far away. Scientists have already suggested the material originated from a planet with a magma ocean. Avi has suggested the material was manufactured by aliens. There isn't sufficient proof to say the material was manufactured. It could have come from any planetary explosion far away in the universe. While Avi is a respected scientist who's published over 800 papers, he is also a major source of controversy. Scientist Ethan Siegel and Avi's scientific approach is like a bull in a china shop. He's been criticized, but his work is sound. He really did go to the bottom of the ocean and bring back fragments from a meteorite. He's not making the science up. It's just that he's jumping to a lot of conclusions. Do you think the meteorite really does contain traces of alien technology? Let me know what you think in the comments, and hit subscribe while you're at it. Number 2. Comet Nishimura. In September 2023, Comet Nishimura had a close brush with the sun. There was a brief window of opportunity in which you could see the comet in the night sky. It was discovered on August 12th, burning with a green glow far beyond the outer limits of the atmosphere. It made its closest approach to the sun on September 17th, then veered out of sight. It won't be back again for another 400 years. Your great ancestors might be looking up at this comet 4 centuries from now. Why was the comet burning green? It's because when comets get close to the sun, they start to melt. Comets are made of rock and ice, and the heat from the sun turns their ice into a charged gas known as plasma. It's all that burning plasma that creates the bright green tail of comets. Some of them don't survive their brush with the sun. Don Polico from the University of Warwick said they can totally evaporate, but luckily for Nishimura, it escaped and continued on toward the dark depths of the solar system. Number 1. The Great Explosion. An incredibly enormous explosion has just been spotted way out in the universe. Astronomers say it's a new type of cosmic explosion. It was bigger than just about all other things scientists have detected. Within 10 days of monitoring the explosion, the blast became brighter than 100 billion suns. I don't really know if any human brain can imagine that kind of brightness. Just think about in the middle of summer when the sun is so bright that you walk outside and feel like you've been blinded. Now magnify that by 100 billion. It's too bright to even fathom. The really exciting part is that a few weeks after the explosion reached its zenith, it faded to nothing. In cosmic terms, the explosion was shockingly brief. It was a fast and furious event. But what caused it? Could this have been a nuclear detonation by an advanced alien race? Was it a black hole blowing up, or a group of stars exploding at the same time? Scientists are clueless. Matt Nichol from Queen's University Belfast said researchers named the new type of explosion a luminous fast cooler, or LFC for short. They have enough data to rule out a supernova. A supernova is one of the brightest things in the universe, the result of a large star over 8 times bigger than the Sun expending all its nuclear fuel. A supernova is the cosmic version of a nuclear blast, only it's big enough to wipe out whole planets. In the end, scientists were unable to come up with any definitive answer, although they did find 2 additional examples. They looked through previous research and found 2 similar incidents. One was in 2009 and the other was in 2020. The team is now speculating that these explosions could be the result of black holes colliding with stars, but that explanation doesn't fit very well. Nobody knows what's really causing these humongous explosions. If they aren't caused by black holes or exploding stars, what else is there? Thanks for watching! Hit that subscribe button if you haven't already and come back soon for more awesome videos. Bye!